It hasn't surprised me. No, he's been that way. He's been that way. So he's been in command. Since since the injury. With Justin, and he's taken on that role. And I think he's done a really good job of that. You don't really see him as a, when you see him there talking to the offense. Like the night before after they do first 15 and all those things, and a walkthrough. He's brings them all up in there, and he's like an NFL quarterback.
That was Bears head coach Matt Eberflus talking about quarterback Tyson Bagent, who will be starting again tonight against the Chargers of Los Angeles.
Joining us now, Kevin Powell from WGN Radio and the host of the WGN Radio Football Podcast. So, Kevin, the backup gets the start again today, and he's been looking good.
He has been looking good, and you heard Matt Eberflus talking about him. I don't know if I've heard Matt Eberflus talk about a player like this in his couple of years here in Chicago. Maybe he's trying to hype him up a little bit.
Yeah.
This is a Division II quarterback. Last year he was playing D2 football, and credit to him. Bears had P.J. Walker, a veteran quarterback, when camp started. Bagent performed well enough for them to feel confident to even move on from Walker. Bagent then earns the backup role to Justin Fields. And look, I thought the game plan, credit to the Bears coaching staff, they didn't ask him to do too much against the Raiders, right? There's some dink and dunk stuff and get the ball out of his hands, and he didn't turn the ball over. So I like the game plan, and Bagent you just get the sense, talking to him at press conferences, he is calm, he's collected. Not that Justin Fields isn't either, but all things considered, Bagent coming from a D2 school and working his way into an NFL start and getting a victory at home against the Raiders. And I thought it was a good, complete effort. D'Onta Foreman, the running back, they leaned heavily on the running game, which was good. And the defense has been playing much better over the past few weeks. And, I know that we focus so much, and rightfully so, on the quarterback and the offense, and, can they finally find some sustained success there? Matt Eberflus has a defensive background, and you would expect him to kind of shore up the defensive side of the ball. And last year it was not good, and the first month of the season it was not good. But the past 3 games has been really good. They haven't allowed over 50 yards rushing in each of the past 3 games. They've created takeaways. Third down, they've been much better. They're getting off the field. That was a serious problem. So they're playing much better football over these past few games. And they're facing a Chargers team tonight that is desperate for a victory. They only have 2 wins as well, just like the Bears. But you look at the roster of the Chargers, it's loaded with talent. You see that guy, Khalil Mack, who has 7 sacks. We know him very well in Chicago. He has 7 sacks on the season. 6 of them, 6 sacks in a single game, came against the Raiders, which also rolled a rookie quarterback out as well. So there's a lot of talent. Justin Herbert, the quarterback of the Chargers, who has put up huge numbers in his time in an early part of his career, is dealing with a middle finger injury on his left non-throwing hand. But they're desperate for a victory. They are favored big over the Bears. I think it's 8 or 9 points, depending on where you look. But it's a Chargers team, and there's a head coach who's on the hot seat. This is not a team that should have 2 wins this deep into the season so far. So, look, and I'm also interested to see what they do with the game plan with Bagent, which, again, last week there was, just manage the game.
It was safe.
Be safe. You don't have to do too much. Don't turn the ball over. But they might be in a position tonight against a Chargers offense that can really light things up, where Bagent has to throw the ball down the field. Keep in mind, too, the Chargers have statistically the worst pass defense in the NFL. So I think if you give them some time, watch out for Khalil Mack. They've also got Joey Bosa on the other side. He's an edge rusher who's been to multiple Pro Bowls. If they can give Bagent some time, lean on the run game. Roschon Johnson, the rookie running back, is expected to return after missing time in concussion protocol. That helps as well.
Kevin, any idea how long Justin will be out?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's back in a week. And it shows you.
Especially if Bagent does well today.
It
tends to fire up the.
Look, it does make for a great conversation if Bagent wins tonight on the road. But Justin Fields, you got to see, right? The more we see of him, the more evaluation we have of Justin Fields, that I think gives the front office a better idea of what they want to do moving forward. But the Bagent story has been great.
It really strikes me that the starting quarterback and the backup are 24 and 23 years old, respectively.
And completely different scenarios, right? Fields was this highly touted prospect going into college. He went to Ohio State, had huge games there, big numbers, a first-round pick. Bagent's a guy from, Martinsburg, West Virginia, and played D2 football, and now here he is starting for the Chicago Bears.
Aaron Rodgers was an okay quarterback in college, and
you never know.
Yeah. Never know.
He's an okay quarterback now.
Shots fired at Aaron.
With that Super Bowl ring, yes.
All right, Packers fans. You can listen to Kevin on WGN Radio weekdays from 1 until 7. We'll be right back. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.